nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all. It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. We've got another unboxing. You know, we do an unboxing every Wednesday. Actually, we have a video every day of the week. But on Wednesdays, we get to unbox something. Now, today is a marvelous game indeed. A marvelous game. So this is the latest installment of one of the Marvel games I've been chasing down, trying to catch that cardboard dragon. Know what I mean? So you join me down the table and we'll unbox this baby and you'll get to see all the cool new stuff. Love that! Alright everyone, join me down the table and we'll find out what. I totally messed that up. Oh, it's there anyway. Alright, I'll get my shit together, don't worry. Join me down the table and we'll check this out. Marvel Champions, the card game. The Mad Titan's Shadow. Finally, Thanos has entered the Marvel Champions, the card game system. Ah, yes, and finally it's made its way around the world. There was a little trouble with that for a while. So, today we're going to be taking a look at everything that's in here, but particularly the heroes, Spectrum and Adam Warlock. You know, I like to do specials, in-depths on the villains themselves, so they'll be coming later. But you will see them here. We'll take a look at them. We'll do a quick glance and everything. Yeah, Thanos, Ebony Maw, Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, and I believe also Hela, and Loki are supposed to be in here. So, Fu Manchu is ready. He's a huge fan of Thanos. Yeah, he's trying to get the gauntlet himself now, isn't he? Oh, no, I wasn't supposed to say that. I'm sorry. No, he's not. He's not. He would never want the gauntlet. No, not Fu Manchu. No. All right. Well, Fu, why don't we dig in here? Because we're not going to get to the Infinity Stones in the gauntlet if we don't get a chance. Whoa, you just gave that up really easy. You must really, really want to check this out. All right, Fu. Thank you for the knife, for the blade. And why don't we move you over to a safe location over here. The incomparable, the marvelous Fu Manchu, everyone. All right, so yeah, I am excited about this. So, you know, my friends, at times like this, I say the same thing over and over again. Always cut away from yourself. There it is. The plastic is off. There's no more glare. See it in its true glory, my friends. Ooh, okay. I've been so digging this entire game run. And I'm looking forward to the next box coming out in a few months, hopefully. Sinister Motives. Yeah, Sinister 6 Spider-Man stuff. Okay. There we go. And here's the game booklet, which tells you the story as well as information on any new keywords that may be in the game, new rules right there. It's the additional forms and the amplify icon. Oh, we've seen the amplify icon before, actually. Seen that in Galaxy's Most Wanted. And then, the information on Spectrum and Adam Warlock. Oh, Adam Warlock, all four specs. That it could completely make sense. Wow, nice. Ooh, can't wait to see his build. And then the campaign mode rules. And they all come with a cool unfolding story, which I'm not going to show you any more of. Then if you want to keep track of the campaign, there's always a campaign log in the back of these. which is amazing. Okay, and everything else in here is going to be cards. That's what this is all about. But the main ones we're going to delve into right now are going to be our heroes, Adam Warlock and Spectrum. And we will take a look at these as well, don't worry. But why don't we get a close-up of what's going on down here. All right. I am such a big fan of Captain Marvel. I mean, Spectrum, I guess we call her nowadays. But after the death of Marvel, she was the next in line to bear the title, the mantle of Captain Marvel. And she will always be Captain Marvel to me. So let's see what Monica Rambeau has to offer. So she's coming in with a 1 on each of her abilities, thwart, attack, and defense. She's aerial, which is cool because that means retaliate's not going to work on her. And she's an Avenger. Energy transformation, forced response. After you change to the form, choose a face-down energy form upgrade, and then flip that card face-up to change to that energy form. Yeah, that's her entire power, is transforming her body into different spectrums of the light wave. Any form of really energy in that sense. And I always thought her powers were amazing. And her alter ego of Monica Rambeau. She will be recovering with 3 points. She's a civilian. And our setup put all 3 energy form upgrades into play face down. With the power down, forced response, after you change to this form, turn all of your energy form upgrades face down. Okay, that all makes sense. And here go her forms. There's upgrade form. That's why they have nothing, not even 0. If I'm correct on this, and this is the way I've been playing it for this entire time, is that if you have 0, then no, it doesn't cost you anything, but you have to have a card in hand. No matter what the cost, and you don't lose the card for it. It's just representative. But this, look, you don't even need that because this is automatic. Gamma, energy form, permanent. Spectrum gets +2 to attacks. After you change to this energy form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Look at that. Wow. Photon, energy form, permanent. Gets +2 to thwart. If you change this energy form, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Pulsar, energy form, permanent, +2 defense. After you change this energy form, heal 1 damage. The Spectrum. The Blue Marvel. Aerial Avenger. Hero response. Oh, he has 2 thwart to attack. He's going to take a damage for each of those, and he comes in with 3 hit points. Hero response after Blue Marvel enters play. Change energy forms. Okay. 2-point upgrade, energy duplication. Superpower, hero resource, exhaust energy duplication, and generate the printed resource on your face-up energy form upgrade. Oh, that's going to be very... Oh, yeah, I want to get this card out when I'm playing her. We got 2 of those. Gamma Blast, 3-point event. Attack superpower, hero action attack, change to Gamma energy form and deal 7 damage to an enemy. If you are already in Gamma energy form, this attack gains overkill. These will just keep going. 1, 2, 3 of those. Photon speed. Thwart superpower. 2-point event. Hero action. Thwart. Change to photon energy form and remove 4 threat from a scheme. If you are already in photon energy form, ignore the crisis icon for this thwart. Nice. I hate the crisis icon. 1, 2, 3 of those. The pulsar shield. So this is a 1-point event. I almost said 7. It's a 1-point event. Defense superpower, hero interrupt. When Spectrum defends, change to Pulsar energy form and ready Spectrum. If you are already in Pulsar energy form, she gains retaliate 1 until the end of the phase. Now, how many times she gets hit that phase, she's going to be retaliating. Sweet. Can you see my thumbs up? There's another one and a third. Speed of light. Superpower, a 0-point event. Change energy forms and draw 1 card. We got 2, 3 of those. Oh, oh wow, 6-point ally. Captain America, 2 thwart, 2 attack. He'll be taking a damage for each of those. He has 4 hit points. Not bad. Coming in with toughness. That makes sense, representing the shield, I guess. And reduce the cost to play Captain America by 1 for each Avenger character you control. Oh, I see. Sort of like she's banning the whole Avengers around her. And you know what? She was one of my favorite chairmen running the Avengers back in the mid to late 80s. Really did enjoy every aspect of Monica on the team. Power Man! Oh, this is a different Power Man than I know. Victor Alvarez. 1 point thwart, 0 attack. He's going to take 1 point of damage from thwart and 2 from attack 3. Health Power Man enters play with 2 chi counters on him. Actually, discard any number of chi counters from Power Man, and he gets +2 attack for each chi counter discarded this way until the end of the phase. I'm going to have to look up this new Power Man. I know nothing about him. Doesn't look like he's made of ionic energy, though. I don't know if he's related to Williams somehow. The White Tiger. Yes, 2/2 and thwart and attack should be taking a damage for each as a 3-point ally with 2 hit points. So response for this Avenger is after you play a White Tiger from your hand, draw X amount of cards to a maximum of 3. X itself is equal to the villain's stage number. If the villain has no stage number, draw 1 card. Kalu, an ally? Oh, Mister, yes. Response. This is for this Avenger. After Kalu enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event, and add that event to your hand and shuffle your deck. Mighty Avengers support card for 3 points. It's a team card. Play under any player's control. Max 1 team card per player. If each of your characters has the Avenger trait, each ally you control gets 1 thwart and 1 attack. Because she's a great leader of the Avengers. She always has been. Got 3 of these, it looks like. Yep. Mass attack, a 3-point event. This attack hero action exhausts 3 allies you control that share a trait with your hero, and then deal X damage to an enemy where X is the total number of the attacks of those allies. You're literally teaming up. It's a mass attack. And this isn't the first. We've seen a few cards like this already, and I love this whole concept of team attack cards and team up cards. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3 of those. And we got one of my 2 dogs is here, Moxie. A 0-point event. It's a hero response. And after you change forms, your hero gets +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense until the end of the next round. Which is amazing because these changing of forms will give you one of these to begin with. And then if you have this as an event in play, it's giving you another. Oh, I love it. It's great. 1, 2. Do we have 3? Yes, we have 3. So, band together. This card generates a wild resource for each ally that you control to a maximum of 3. Another great team card. Loving these team-up cards. Ooh, we got 3. Nice. And another ally, we got Blade. These cards are getting out of control here. We got Blade, a 1-point ally. With a thwart of 1 and an attack of 2, he'll be taking no damage doing any of that. Force response. After Blade thwarts or attacks, choose to either spend a strength resource from your hand or discard Blade. Oh, that's why. Avengers Tower, 2-point support basic card. If each of your allies has the Avengers trait, increase your ally limit by 1. Exhaust Avengers Tower to reduce the cost of the next Avengers ally played this phase by 1. Let's have Avengers Tower. We have Avengers Mansion. This is a common basic card that's in like almost every deck where someone is an Avenger. 1-point upgrade. This is new. Is it? Have I seen this before? Ready to rumble. Condition. Play under any player's control. Maximum of 1 per player. Hero response. After you change forms, discard this card and ready your hero. I love anything that readies a hero, don't you? 3 of these. And we have our double energy, our double genius, our double strength. And the loss of control obligation. You cannot change energy forms. Exhaust Monica Rambeau and to remove loss of control from the game. Radioactive Man. Oh, this is her enemy minion, and that completely makes sense, doesn't it? 1 point scheme, 1 point attack. He won't be taking any damage from that. Interesting. Elite Genius, 6 hit points. Force response after Radioactive Man activates against you. Deal 1 damage to each character you control. And as a boost, deal 1 damage to each character, well, you control. And here's his scheme, Reactor Meltdown. When defeated, deal 1 damage to each friendly character in play. It has the Crisis. So, unless you have something to bypass the Crisis, you've got to deal with this before anything else. And his attack is Sap Power, attached to your identity. After your turn ends, you take 1 damage. In alter ego form, you have to spend 2 energy resources to discard this card. Looks like 2 of them. And a Radioactive Blast Treachery card. After revealed, if you're in alter ego form, place 2 threat in the main scheme. But if you're a hero, you're going to take 2 damage. And that was Monica Rambeau's deck, Spectrum. And next, why don't we take a look at Adam Warlock. So here we go, Adam Warlock, coming in with 1 thwart and attack and 2 on defense. He's a Guardian and a Mystic. And his hero form here, he's a Battle Mage. Action, discard 1 card from his hand. Limit once per phase. If that card is an aggression, you deal 2 damage to the enemy. Justice, you remove 2 threat from the scheme. Protection, you heal 1 damage from an ally. And Leadership, you give a hero +1 thwart, attack, and defense for the round. That is great. Wow. There's alter ego Adam Warlock. He's going to be recovering 3 points. Mystic, Avatar of Life. During deck building, your deck must include an equal number of cards from all 4 aspects. You cannot include more than 1 copy of any non-Adam Warlock card. Discard a card from your hand and remove a status card from Adam Warlock. Wow! Okay, his long-time sidekick and buddy, Pip the Troll, 2-point ally with 1 thwart and 1 attack. He'll take a damage for those. 2 hit points. He's a Mystic himself with toughness. While Pip the Troll is in your hand, he gains Interrupt. When a player is attacked, spend 1 energy and 1 mental resource and put Pip the Troll into play under that player's control. He's going to be teleporting in and out, which is what he did with the space gem, the space stone. Soul World. It's a location, 1 point support. After your deck runs out of cards, place 1 soul counter here. As an alter ego, you can exhaust Soul World and remove 1 soul counter here and heal all damage from your identity. All damage. His Karmic Staff, 2-point upgrade, an artifact item. Exhaust Karmic Staff and generate a wild resource. Warlock's Cape, 2-point upgrade item. After you resolve Adam Warlock's Battle Mage ability, exhaust Adam Warlock's Cape to ready Adam Warlock. Cosmic Ward, 1-point upgrade. It's a spell. Force Interrupt, when you reveal a treachery card, cancel its when revealed effect and discard it. Then discard Cosmic Ward. There's 2 of those. 2-point upgrade, Mystic Senses. Condition Superpower. After you resolve Adam Warlock's Battle Mage ability, draw 1 card. 2 of those. His Karmic Blast, 2-point event, attack superpower. Deal 4 damage to an enemy and discard up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, and deal 1 additional damage to that enemy for each different aspect discarded this way. 2 of those as well. 3. Oh, nice. Oh, his Cosmic Awareness, a 2-point event, thwart and superpower. Remove 3 threat from a scheme and discard up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Remove 1 additional threat from that scheme for each different aspect discarded this way. 2 of those. Quantum Magic, 1-point event. It's a spell. Choose a card in your discard pile and add that to your hand. I love this card. 2 of them. Marvel Boys. 2-point ally with 2 hit points, having 0 thwart and 2 attack. He'll take a damage trying to do either of those. When Marvel Boy attacks, spend a strength resource, and this attack gains piercing and ranged. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, big, huge cosmic character. First time I've seen a cosmic character, I think, depicted here. Have I? Well, the In-Betweener is a 2-point event. Cosmic Entity. Shuffle this card into the encounter deck without looking. When revealed, deal 2 damage to the villain and remove this card from the game. The effect cannot be cancelled. He's the In-Betweener. Magical Attack, 1-point event. This spell, play only if your identity has the Mystic trait. Max 1 per deck. Hero Action Attack. Choose an enemy and discard up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Deal 1 damage to that enemy for each card discarded this way. That's cool. Heracles. Uppercut, 3-point event. It's an attack. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. That's nice. Oh, combat training. We've seen this 2-point upgrade before. You can get a +1 attack on whoever it's played on. That's cool. Audacity. Resource. 1 per deck. After you spend this card, deal 1 damage to the villain. Wendavon Quasar. Love that character. 3-point ally with 3 health. Coming in with 1 thwart and 2 attack, and he will take a damage attempting either of those. He's an aerial guardian. After Quasar enters play, remove 1 threat from each scheme in play. Nice. Another huge cosmic persona. The Living Tribunal, 2-point event. Shuffle this card into the encounter deck without looking. When revealed, remove 2 threat from the main scheme and remove this card from game. This effect cannot be cancelled. For Justice. Is that Alpha Flight? For Justice. This is a 2-point event. Thwart. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. 4 threat instead if you paid for this card using only the mental resource. Zone of Silence. A 1-point event. Spell. It's a thwart. Play only if your identity has the Mystic trait. 1 per deck. Choose a scheme and discard up to 4 cards from the top of your deck and remove 1 threat from the scheme for each card discarded this way. I like getting rid of scheme. Justice card, 2-point upgrade, Heroic Intuition. This is another common Justice card. Play on the player's control, they get a +1 thwart. Oh, Determination, a resource, Justice resource. Max 1 per deck. After you spend this card, remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Vance Astro, Major Victory. 2 hit points, 2-point ally. Coming in with 1 thwart and attack, he'll take a damage for each of those. He's a Guardian. When Major Victory is defeated, choose a friendly Guardian character and ready that character. Another cosmic being, literally the personification of everything in the Marvel Universe, and that is Eternity. 2-point event, Cosmic Entity, and the action is shuffle this card into the deck without looking. When revealed, draw 1 card and remove this card from the game. This effect, it cannot be cancelled. 2-point event, Summoning Spell. Play only if your identity has the Mystic trait. Discard this card from the top of your deck until you discard an ally and put that ally into play under your control. 0-point event, Make the Call. We've seen this. This is a common leadership card. Where you're going to pay the player cost of an ally in a player's discard pile, and you get to put it under your control. Inspired, 1-point upgrade for leadership. When you attach it to an ally, they're going to get 1 on thwart and attack. Oh, this looks new, huh? Innovation, resource, 1 per deck. After you spend this card, heal 1 damage from an ally that you control. Another of the original Guardians. Charlie 27, a 4-point ally with 4 hit points, 1 thwart and 1 attack. He will take damage for either of those. He's a Guardian with a Retaliate of 1 and a Toughness ability. Yeah, that summons him. The Gardener. Oh, this is one of the Elders of the Universe. 2-point event, Cosmic Entity. Shuffle this card into the deck without looking. When revealed, heal 2 damage from your identity and remove this card from the game. It cannot be cancelled. Shield spell, 0-point event, defensive spell. Play only if you have the Mystic trait. When you would take any amount of damage from an attack, discard that many cards from the top of your deck and prevent all damage from this attack. A 0-point event counterpunch. After your hero defends against an enemy attack, deal damage to that enemy equal to your hero's attack. Nice. It's better than retaliate. Armored vest, 1-point upgrade. Play under any player's control, maximum per player, and your hero gets a +1 defense. Preservation. Preservation. A resource. After you spend this card, heal 1 damage from your hero. Oh, another of the original Guardians. Martinex, 4-point hero, 3-point ally. And he has 1 thwart and 1 attack. He'll be taking damage for those. And this Guardian comes in, reduce the cost to play Martinex by 1 if your identity has the Guardian trait. It's a little cheaper. Regeneration cycle, the obligation of Adam Warlock. Exhaust your alter ego to remove the obligation card. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck and place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different aspect discarded this way. Ouch. The Magus. Actually, a splinter personality of his. So this enemy minion has 5 hit points, coming in with 2 scheme and 2 attack. He'll take damage for those. Oh, no, he won't. Forced response. After the Magus activates against you, discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Ow! Wow, ouch. Universal Church of Truth, which he runs. Forced response after a player resets their deck, exhausts that player's identity, and stun it. Oh, my God. Really? Whew. Zealot of Truth. A minion, 4 hit points, 1 scheme, 2 attack. Threats cannot be removed from the Universal Church side scheme. Oh, man. If it's a boost, you're going to put this minion into play engaged with you. We got a second one. And we have Cosmic Inquisition, a treachery card, which has Insight 2. When revealed, if the Universal Church of Truth side scheme is in play, discard the top 10. Ouch! Top 10 cards from your deck. Otherwise, search the encounter deck discard pile and set aside area for Universal Church of Truth and reveal it. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Oh, that is hard. All right, let's take a look quickly at some of the other cards we have in the villains. Here we have the 3 stages of Ebony Maw, and he doesn't look very happy. He doesn't look very happy, and he never does, though, does he? So he's a Black Order Mystic, starting off with 2 scheme, 1 attack, then going to 2/2, and then 3/2. So he's not going to be very easy. His side schemes of Power Stone and Attack on Nowhere, as he's trying to grab up all these stones. We can see that Ebony Maw has cards that affect the environment, just as we've seen him do in the comics and in the movies with his abilities and powers. His treachery cards of Channeling Trance and Agent of Thanos. A couple of nasty attachment cards. His side schemes and his minions. Yep, Black Dwarf and Supergiant are there. More and more cards for the Black Order and the armies of Titan. In Tower Defense, your players are going to have to face off against both Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight at the same time. Good luck! The main schemes seem to grow tougher with each of the villains under Thanos' control. The forces are just pounding the Avengers in Avengers Tower. Their weapons will definitely be coming into play. And the assault just gets worse and worse and worse. And the treachery runs deeper and deeper. And we have the 3 stages of the Mad Titan himself, Thanos, brother of Eros, Star Fox, as the Avengers know him. So we see Thanos' progression from 1 to 2 all the way up to 2 to 4. I mean, the guy is stalwart. Which means he's immune to being stunned and confused. His second and third set, he adds toughness. I mean, my God! Wow. And that's not the worst of it. We see here his schemes of Balance the Scales and, of course, the Infinity Stones, along with the side scheme of Sanctuary, his massive galactic ship, all coming out and playing their part in his cards. The attachments of Thanos themselves may be some of the most devastating attachments that we've seen thus far in the Marvel Champions the card game. Thanos' treachery cards just seem to be up in the ante of this battle even more. His Avatar of Death, his Deviant Syndrome, and the Mad Titan cards are really putting things back in his favor. As we see from his throne, he sends out his minions. So even defeating them in the previous campaigns, Corvus Glaive, Prox of Midnight, and Ebony Maw is still going to be taunting and haunting you. And of course, all must pay tribute to the mighty Thanos. And of course, Thanos wouldn't be Thanos, nor would this storyline's plot be very good if it didn't involve the gauntlet and stones. We get to see that Hela's cards are a little bit different. She has side A1 and A2, and sides B1 and B2, and we notice that the 2 side of each of these cards says that she cannot be defeated. She comes fully equipped with schemes to torment all of Asgard. With Odin as an ally, that goes out to the first player, and 3 very powerful minions, Hela's getting ready to devastate the world around her. A captive Odin, minions, and attachment for such undead. With Nightsword, crown, and cloak, she readies her warriors and destroys all before her. Hela's treachery grows with each turn of the deck, it seems. As the legions of hell rise up, it proves that this is no place for the living where hell is concerned. I'm loving her deck. Even managing to get Laufey and the Frost Giants on her side and causing an unnatural storm, freezing all within it. She is ready to dominate. There seems to be more Loki than you can count practically in this game. Many different versions of Loki, all Asgardian mystics. Very interesting. Very Loki. And as many Lokis as there are, you can bet there are that many schemes going on. No Loki anywhere in the multiverse would be Loki without his accoutrements, such as his staff, crown, cape, and of course being the master of illusion. Treachery always runs deep and devious with Loki. And as we close out Loki, we find Enchantress as a minion, and 2 sets of attachments to beguile and seduce. And then, of course, the campaign deck, which most of these cards also double as basic cards, as you see. Obligations, upgrades, and a side scheme all make their appearance in the campaign deck. A new card to summon your nemesis from the deck, and of course, a horrible attachment. And it closes out with allies for you in the form of Lady Sif and the Warriors 3, Fandral, Hogan, and the one whose appetite we will never mistake for apathy, Volstagg. And there you go, my friends. Everything you can expect to find in Marvel Champions the card games, the Mad Titan's Shadow. I'm loving everything I'm seeing in this. We've got another unboxing today, as we do every Wednesday. We have a video every day of the week, actually, but on Wednesdays, we always do an unboxing. I love that whole new game smell and experience, don't you? It is marvelous indeed. And speaking of marvelous, we have quite a marvelous game indeed. Deja vu. Seriously, why don't you join me down the table and we're gonna find out what the next installment of the Marvel game system, whatever game it is. You probably know what I'm doing anyway. But let's go take a look at one of my favorite brand new this whole thing is wrong. This whole thing is wrong. I got totally derailed. Too early in the morning, that's why. Okay, one more thing. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. Okay. Let's try this again.